today we're going to do something a little bit different. What we're doing is we're doing a 3-day wild camp. It's actually a hike-in wild camp. We'll be hiking in around 2 miles to a rustic camp spot. There's nothing out at that spot except for a fire ring. We were here 4 years ago. I think it had a fire ring and a bench. No water, no electricity. We're taking everything in by backpack. What we wanted to do was, you've seen some of our Temu reviews. We're going to do this 3-day wild camp on a budget. Most everything in these bags was bought either off of Temu or Amazon. I could have put some, and it was hard for me not to put some higher dollar items in here, but I wanted to prove to people that, man, you could go out and enjoy Mother Nature on a budget. You don't have to have the best gear. We're looking at, what is it, 33 degrees. And it's supposed to dip tonight. We should have a high tomorrow in the 40s. So we'll bring you back when we get out on the trail, or if we see anything interesting on the hike in, and then we'll bring you back when we set up camp, and we might explain some of our gear. So stay with us. Alright guys, we were running out of daylight, so we didn't film a lot during the setup, but we got the tent up. This is a Waldmate. This is an Amazon tent. It was like $45. It's a trekking pole tent, so it doesn't come with these poles. You have to bring your own trekking poles, but trekking poles are lightweight. I think the total weight of the tent without the trekking poles, with the pegs and the guidelines, is like 2.5 pounds, 2.7 pounds. So you're looking at about 3.5 pounds if you add the trekking poles. These are lightweight aluminum trekking poles. But you can see it's just an A-frame design. No ridge line or anything. You just take these, stake it out on all 4 corners, put your trekking poles in, pull your guy lines front and back, and I mean it's pretty rigid. As you can see, it has a bathtub style floor bottom. advertise this as being a three season tent. So it's 34 degrees, probably going to drop possibly under 30 tonight. So we'll see. We were in there earlier setting up our bedding. Those are just 2 blow up air mattresses wrapped in a fleece blanket. But plenty of room for 2 people. I think it's 7 foot by 5 foot. So, you know, enough room for 2 people. What I like about this tent is the doors are actually back, but there's 2 vent ports here and 2 on the other side. So hopefully that'll help with condensation, but we'll see. And of course it's mosquito netted. This is the only entrance. There's no entrance on the other side. There's just the 2 vents. And if you want to come in here and look real quick, I don't know if you can see, all the way in the back, you can see how big those vents are. They're good sized vents, and it gives you the 1 pocket. And you can't see it, but up top, that'll go across the top, there's actually 2 hooks on each side, so you can hang like a clothesline or somewhere to hang your lanterns or whatever. We're going to stretch a piece of paracord across both sides and be able to hang some stuff in there. But one thing I do like is I was checking it really well. All the seams, if you can see here, they are all seam sealed. Everything on this tent is seam sealed. For $45, you don't find that a lot on cheap tents, where everything is 100% seam sealed. It's also got 2 guidelines out on the side that just their wind guys to just keep, you know, the tent from blowing in on you. But all in all, this is our first time setting it up, camping, and really I'm really surprised. I mean, it's got 2-way zippers. So anyways, we're gonna get back. We're gonna continue processing wood. If you can see, we've got wood kind of spread out everywhere. We're gonna finish processing wood, and then we're gonna go ahead and we'll come back and catch you for dinner. All right guys, we finally got camp set up. It's been a while. It's almost 6 o'clock. We got here at 2:15. So really we're looking about 4 hours in. Camp's completely set up. Everything, tent, tarps, canopy, fire. As you can see, we've got a lot of wood processed already. We still have some more that we've drug over here. But we should have enough to get us through the night. We'll drag some more over here tomorrow, get it processed. Right now, it's temperatures dropped to right around 37 degrees. It got up to like 40 right around 3 o'clock, 41, 41, 42. And then now it's slowly dropping back down. It's showing that it's going to be in the low 30s tonight, possibly cooler. But we've got our billy pot going with some water, and it's time for a coffee. But we'll bring you back when we have our coffee and everything, because we've got a little beverage to show everybody. As you know, in all my other videos, we introduce a beverage. We're going to do the same thing tonight, just out in the woods. We brought it with us. We're going to introduce a beverage, tell y'all what it tastes like, what it is, and if you should get one or not. But we'll see you back in a little bit once we get dinner, get everything settled. I'm a little winded because I've been chopping up firewood with a saw. Oh, so this is a Temu saw. I've got a Barco Laplander at home, but I wanted to bring a Temu saw. This saw was, I think, $3.58, and I processed all that wood with it. This is a Temu 2-in-1 hatchet. I think I paid $7 for it on Black Friday. It also helped process all this wood. Actually, if you could pan down and look at we found some fat wood out here, which is remarkable, and I processed it all down with this axe, or this hatchet. So it's sharp. I did sharpen it. I'm not going to tell you it was sharp enough to do the job out of the package, but I sharpened it before we came because I wasn't going to do it out here. And it also came with this little cheap wood saw that goes in the handle. This works if you're cutting anything an inch or less. If you're in a bind, this will work. You're just gonna wear yourself out like I did. I mean, I wore myself out with this, and it's what I like about it is it cuts both ways. Some of the saws only cut either pushing forward or drawing if the teeth are angled one way or the other, but these are straight cut teeth, so it actually cuts going back and forth, which doubles the speed, right? But anyways, we'll bring you back when we get some dinner on, get some coffee, and we'll show you our beverage. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we're finally gonna go ahead and pop open a beverage. I don't know if anybody's seen these. I've been seeing them pop up a lot here lately. So this is the Mountain Dew product. It's a Mountain Dew Baja Blast Punch. 0 sugar, so that's fantastic. 5% alcohol. So haven't had one of these. We're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Sounds carbonated. That's really good. It's kind of like a it's like a Baja Blast, like a regular Mountain Dew, but fruit punch flavor. And I can't taste alcohol. Those things are dangerous right there. I'm afraid that, yeah, how many of these do we bring?
12.
12 of them? Yeah, these are going to go down like, I mean, water. So if we don't have another video or another segment to this video tonight, you know what happened to us. But yeah, this is really good. If you like Mountain Dew and you like soda, but you want alcohol in it, this is the deal right here. It's pretty good. So try it out. We're gonna get some dinner started here in a minute. All right, guys, welcome back. So we've got dinner made. It's what time we got here? It's 7:22 in the evening, and it looks like it's midnight. I mean, it got dark quick, probably about 5:45. I think the sun went down. But we have some Ben's red beans and rice, and we cut up a link of sausage. This is the only thing that we brought in. The sausage was the only thing that we brought in cold. We'll come back tomorrow because my wife Kim actually made some MREs. She dehydrated them, seasoned them, packaged them. We'll probably eat, I think, one of them for breakfast. We eat one for breakfast, but so this is what we're having for dinner. We're still hitting these Mountain Dews. This one is, what was this one?
Pineapple.
Pineapple? Man, this stuff's addictive. It's like drinking a Mountain Dew soda with alcohol in it, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, after we eat, we're probably gonna just sit out here. It's 37 now, 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Feels like 32.
Feels like 32. So we're probably gonna stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That way we're sleeping and waking up, you know, when the sun's up, when it's a little bit warmer. We're hoping it gets in the 40s tomorrow, mid 40s. But this is it, man. Let me know, please like, subscribe, share. This is our first time to actually do a camp and video it. Usually our camps are family related, they're private, but I wanted to show you that we could come out here on a budget, spur of the moment, do a 3-day wild camp. And you know, I mean, camp's good. The fire's good. Food's good. Well, I haven't even tried it yet. Let me try it before I say that. It might not be that good. That's good. Food's good. Drinks are good. We both brought a flask with us, so we've got a little bit of
instant warming juice. But hey, once we calm down for the night, we're just gonna sit out here and chill by the campfire, make a long night of it. That way when we go to sleep and we're full, we'll hit the sack, we'll wake up early in the morning, and tomorrow's our long day, right? Unfortunately, tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day. But our tarp, brand new, first time it's ever been out. Tent, brand new. Chairs, everything is brand new, first time it's ever been out. The way I look at it is, man, it would be easy to come out here on a nice spring or summer day and film in perfect conditions. We're not about that. If you're going to take this gear out, we want to show you what it would be like. And, you know, I'm not going to say the worst conditions, but I'm going to say conditions that are unfavorable. Did the gear work? Did it stand up? Did the tent that's seam sealed hold water? We just want to make sure that everything's good. And that way you know that you could buy this stuff. I mean, the tarp was 25 bucks. The tent was 45. I think we got a deal on the chairs where they were like less than $20 a piece. And I mean, these things are really comfortable. I'm what, 6'3", 250 pounds, and these have, I think, a 350 pound rating. They're kind of narrow, but actually it fits you well. You don't slide around. There's no, it kind of cradles you in the seat, so I think that's a good thing. But we're gonna go ahead and finish dinner. We may bring you back right before bedtime, which will be early in the morning, and then we'll definitely bring you back when the sun comes up, because this place, I'm gonna be honest, guys, it's so quiet. All right, guys, good morning. Last night was a little rough. We had some condensate in the tent. Not much, I mean, thin layer. It dropped down, you know, in the low 30s, I guess, last night. So it was pretty chilly in the tent. With just, you know, woobie blanket and a fleece blanket. But all in all, I mean, it was survivable. We're still here. So this morning we have supposed to have rain all day. It sprinkled a little bit earlier, but right now it's nice. It's just overcast, still chilly. I think we were in the 42 degrees, but we're about to eat breakfast. My wife Kim made us some homemade MREs. You can see she put, this is biscuit, sausage, and gravy. She put instructions in case I had to make it by myself, but add 1.5 cups of boiling water, stir and seal, let it sit for 5 minutes, stir again, let it sit for 5 more minutes, then it's ready. These are Mylar bags. We added the hot water directly to the bag. She puts oxygen absorbers in here, so she put a warning, make sure you remove the oxygen absorber. But this is I think it's just a Walmart brand spicy sausage that she dehydrated. She made homemade biscuits, dehydrated those, and then made the gravy. And we'll show you what it looks like when it's ready to eat. Guys, biscuits and gravy is done. Just like any, I guess, MRE meal, they're not the most appealing, but you know, sausage and gravy, these are kind of modeled off of the Peak brand. So you can see there's big chunks of biscuit, and then you can see all the sausage in there and the spices. So, you know, breakfast. So we'll talk to y'all later. We're gonna go do some hiking on the trails, find some water, and get some more firewood. The biscuits have a little bit of crunch to them. You can definitely taste the sausage in there. You know, I'm not gonna lie. For a homemade MRE, these are damn good. She did a good job. I think we ought to start marketing them and selling them. I would. It's better than Mountain House, and I would put it against a Peak MRE. To be honest, these are pretty good. So we'll see y'all when we go hiking. Alright guys, sorry we didn't film a lot today. We had thunderstorms rolling in all day today, and I mean it's been cold and miserable. We've just been hunkering down underneath the canopy. This is a Nelumbo, N-E-L-U-M-B-O tarp, and I'll tell you what, it's rained like hard, medium, light all day today, and this tarp's, it's seam sealed. It's a good tarp. Like I said, I think I paid, it was less than $25 on Temu, but it's been a lifesaver. The tent, let's be honest, I mean, it did condensate last night. It wasn't horrible. It was a light condensation covering the whole inside of the tent. It wasn't like if you touched it you got wet, but other than that, it wasn't like pooling on the floor or anything like that. It was a light condensate, but it was all on the inside of the tent. If you can pan over, we kind of I bought a couple of these, and like I said, this camp was on a budget, so we kind of bought a bunch of budget stuff. But these are some 3x5 tarps that I got from Ollie's, which is a discount store in our area. But these 3x5 tarps were $1.99. And last minute on Thursday before we were gonna come on the trip, I ran by Ollie's just to look at what they had last minute, and I ended up picking up 2 of these tarps. The one that we ended up putting over top of our fire, when the thunderstorms rolled in earlier today, I mean, it was raining so hard that it was putting out our fire. And I thought, man, you know, still in the 40s, gotta have the fire. So we put the makeshift tarp over top of the fire, and it's done great. It was our floor mat. It was in front of the tent. One thing that a lot of people may not think about that my wife actually, she saw it on clearance after winter, and she had bought 3 or 4 rolls, but they sell a film that's heat shrink that's made for your windows, right? If you have single pane windows, you could buy this. Comes with the tape, double-sided tape. Put them on your windows. Hit it with a hair dryer, and you know, it's going to give you that double insulation. We actually brought a roll of that last minute. She's like, hey, we got this. I said, yeah, throw it in the bag. And we've used it to cover our firewood. We've used it to cover some of our gear. And it's pretty stout, and it's super lightweight. So if you're ever, you know, at Walmart, that's where we got it from, or Lowe's or Home Depot, any hardware store, and they've got that stuff after winter on clearance, I would recommend buying it because it's an instant. I think it's 4 foot by 30 or 40 feet in a roll, and it doesn't weigh anything. I would recommend buying that. But other than that, man, we're out here. We're still doing it. We walk. There's four rustic tent spots, and there's 1 and 2 are close together, within a couple hundred yards, and then 3 and 4 are like towards the end of this entire wilderness park. So we wanted to go out there and look at them today, and I mean, most of the day we spent looking at the park, hiking. Earlier today, like this morning, it wasn't raining. There was a bunch of people out riding bikes. Nobody comes out this area. Every once in a while we get some, we're right on a, what would you call that?
Creek. It's Caney Creek.
Yeah, we're right on Caney Creek. So we do have some fishermen that walk in during the day. But very few. I think we maybe saw 6 people all day today. But we went and checked out the other 2 rustic sites, which are way out there. And actually, we're in the woods. Those 2 are in the swamp. It's like swampland. You'll see some pictures. We took some video while we were hiking, and it's quite a ways out there. And we actually walked up in the floor to look at it because it's raised. Man, it's real pretty. We walked up into that campsite, and of course there was a guy with his dog camped there. And of course, you know, like good neighbors, I apologized. I just told him we were looking at all the different campsites for future reference. But yeah, we'll be back. We've got another beverage to try later. And I will, disclaimer, you didn't see a lot filmed last night. We were sipping on some whiskey. I'm gonna tell you, those Mountain Dew drinks will sneak up on you quick. It came to a point in time where I was sitting here, we were gonna stay up till at least 1 in the morning. I think right around 11 o'clock, I'm like, nope, done. I'm hitting the tent. And I did not care what my stuff was like set up. I just jumped in bed, threw a blanket over me, and I was done till the morning. But I did wake up this morning like at 6 o'clock. Stoked the fire, made me a cup of tea, got the pot going for my wife when she woke up so she can make her a cup of coffee. But hey, we'll bring y'all back at dinner time, and by then it'll be dark. and this is our last night. Tomorrow we'll pack up and leave. It's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so we're gonna probably have to break down and pack in the rain. But we're gonna take all this gear. I'm keeping it all. I don't, just do a video and then throw it away. I'll keep the best stuff out of this video and put in my frontline camping stuff, and then I'll put the rest in totes. And hey, if I ever need it, if somebody needs to borrow something, I've got it. But please like, subscribe, and share. We did get, while we were here camping, we did get another Temu drop at the house, so we have some more Temu gear, so we're going to still go back to that. But I wanted to take some of the gear that we've got from Amazon, Temu, discount stores, on sale. We even got some stuff at Goodwill. We didn't bring any of that on this trip, but we may bring it on another one. And you'll be surprised when you go in with a kind of like a survival, a camping, hunting mindset into a store, what you can find. Things that I may have looked past. This time I went in with a different mindset and I was able to find some gems in the rough. But yeah, like I said, we'll bring you back when we eat dinner. Appreciate y'all watching. All right, guys, so we're getting ready for dinner, and again, sticking with the theme, we wanted to get stuff that was lightweight, easy to carry. So sorry, my nose is running because it's cold. So what we're doing tonight is we're gonna do chicken and pasta. We were able to find this butter flavor fettuccine noodles, right there, if you can see it. So we're gonna mix that with some water and some butter and put it on the campfire. If you look, we've got our pot going, and then we're gonna mix it with some Starkist Chicken Creations boiled chipotle chicken. So that's gonna be dinner for tonight. Quick, simple. I mean, I think this meal altogether probably cost $4, maybe less. I know the noodles were like $1. So anyways, we'll bring you back once we have this cooked up, and we'll tell you what it tastes like. We don't know, we haven't had it yet, so we'll let you know. All right, guys, so dinner's done. Like I said, it's Starkist Chipotle chicken with some butter noodles, fettuccine butter noodles. Give it a try real quick. First time trying it, so don't know what to think. It's buttery, and then at the end you get the chipotle, but in the middle it's a little bland. But totally edible. I mean, I was in the military. I've tried every MRE in my era. I probably would have been happy getting this over some of the ones I had, like the omelet and ham, worst ever. This I would equate to like the number 5, the spaghetti and meat sauce. That was my favorite, but not bad. We have some seasoning. We can put a little salt, pepper. I think that would bring it to life. But other than that, the consistency is good. I mean, it's a $4 meal for 2 on a budget. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish dinner, and then we'll come back for our dessert. Alright, guys, now that dinner's done, you can probably hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pouring down rain harder than it was earlier. But we've got dessert. This is 99 brand peanut butter whiskey. It's showing that it's 99 proof. So this is dessert. I got these at Specs. They're like $1. And I like peanut butter. My wife likes peanut butter, so we thought we would try peanut butter whiskey. So give it a whirl. a mild taste of peanut butter at best, but I think it tastes more like, everybody had that grandma that had them butterscotch candies in her purse. That's what it tastes like. It tastes more like a butterscotch candy to me than it does peanut butter. But if you like peanut butter-ish, or definitely if you like the butterscotch candies, this 99 brand peanut butter whiskey from Specs, that might be what you want to, yeah, you might want to hit that. Anyways, we're going to have a couple desserts. Like I said, it's pouring down rain. There's not really anything to video. It's completely dark. Yeah, so we're going to knock down dessert, jump in the tent, and get some shut-eye, and then we'll bring you back probably tomorrow for breakfast, pack up, and then kind of like a recap. So anyways, appreciate it, guys. Alright guys, welcome back. We're packing up. As you can tell, we've cleaned up the campsite. The only place that kind of looks dry is where our tarp was and our tent was setting. But you can see this muddy, sloshy stuff we've been having to deal with. I mean, it is what it is. That's camping, right? But as you can tell, always try to leave the campground as you found it, if not better. There was a little bit of trash when we got here, a water bottle, a couple other small little packages. We've policed the area and even taken their stuff out. Typically, you want to leave it as you found it or better. Like, you know, a lot of people say leave it without a trace. But some things that are welcomed is we had processed and had some extra firewood. So we've got big all the way down to the small kindling. I've raised it off the ground to keep it dry. And, you know, hey, the next guy that comes out, if it's pouring down rain, maybe they won't have to scavenge for firewood. We scavenged up and down the trails, bringing wood, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day just to make sure, because it was so cold. But once we get out of here, we're ready to hike out. Once we get out of here, get in the truck, get to my mother and father-in-law's, get our son, get home. We'll kind of go over a complete, hey, what'd we do, what'd we like, what worked well, what didn't, kind of scenario. It was hard to film while we were out here. The rain was coming down so hard and bouncing off our tarp, you wouldn't have been able to really hear or see anything. It was dark. All we had was a campfire. So anyways, guys, we're gonna start the trek out.
That's all, folks.